Hey guys, this is Ike with Rollout Reviews with another Let's Build. This time it is Burst Bison, and I'm doing this not too long after Drift Jacker. So, I said a lot in that Let's Build, and this time I might be a little short of things to say. I usually have time in between these to kind of get myself updated on things, come up with things to talk about, but I want to get this guy built quickly so I can review him, and, well, might as well do it on camera. So, let's open this up. So, well, I guess I'll start off by talking about the Crossfire version of this guy is supposed to actually come out in the second wave, which, like I said in the last build vlog here, that might not happen, but we'll see. Let's just rely on wishful thinking. But it's kind of weird that they were going to release Burst Bison and well, I think the wave was like Burst Bison and Strike Tiger. And it's weird that they'd release those before Drift Jakku or Double Dressrosa, but oh well. Again, like I said, that actually might not happen. Again, we'll keep our fingers crossed and see what happens at Toy Fair this year, if they show off the new toys, but they haven't released everything they should have by now, and that's a little bit worrying. Anyway. There we go. And there you have it. Now, this seems to be a bit more simple than Drift Jacker, so hopefully I don't run into the problems I had there. And hopefully the camera doesn't fall over this time. That was good. So, put the marble over there. Let's see, we have the trigger piece, pieces for the head, the hold parts, the arms and horns, and the core parts. Okay, so this guy should be really, really powerful. Like, he's got a 9 on his stats, so he should be as powerful as Spike Phoenix. We'll see. There's a sticker sheet. These are really cool stickers, by the way. I really like this guy's stickers. I'm not going to apply them, but they are super, super cool, like the flames on there, and a little bull emblem. There's just something really cool about that. Okay, let's start cutting pieces out. I don't want this going on for as long as the Drift Jacker one did, because, once again, I don't have as much to say, and this guy's a simpler build, so, oh well. We'll see how it goes. I might come up with something to say later. But for right now, let's just get this done. Come on. So he's basically got the same core frame as, like, Spin Leoja. Which, I don't know, maybe that's like a power type frame, because, I don't know, it's got this kind of molding on it. Once again, super, super simple build. I had thought of the idea of maybe, like, I don't know, live streaming these somehow. That was an idea. First of all, I don't know how many people would actually show up to that. It would be kind of cool, though. Second, I really don't know where I do it. There's like Justin TV, and there's a bunch of different live stream places, websites. But once again, I don't know how I'd announce it and get people there. I don't have like a Twitter or a Facebook page or anything. Might be worth doing though if it does come to that. If you'd like to see these, I mean, I don't know how often I'll be doing these. Once again, the next one would probably be loading dials once he gets here. But after that, I'm not sure. Maybe roll cess sword sometime along the line if I actually decide to get it. But I don't know. Live streams, though, that could be a thing if you'd like to see them, but I'd sort of need to look into how to do this. Again, it would kind of it would counteract the fact that sometimes I don't have things to say, like now. Like I haven't had enough time in between the last Let's Build and now to have new things to say. So, oh well. But if I live stream these, then, you know, I could bounce off of what you guys say, the people who do show up, and that could be better. Who knows? But we're on to the red plates here now. Like I said, Toy Fair is coming up in the next couple months. I don't know the exact date, but at Toy Fair, we should see new Beat 'em On stuff. Whether that Beat 'em On stuff actually materializes is up in the air, because, like I said, I'm sure Strike Dragon has been released in some places, but not here, because I can't find him anywhere. And at like Target, all the Beat 'em On merchandise, all the Beat 'em On stuff, including the reload packs, is on clearance, which is not a good sign. But if that does end up getting released, if they do somehow release the rest of the line, it would be pretty cool to see some Beat 'em On Fire Blast stuff at Toy Fair. Beat 'em On Fire Blast is the well, as far as I know, confirmed name of the second season of Crossfight, which is ES. So I'd love to see what they do with those designs, how much they change them, because the safety system on the Emblem Charge Series cores is so much better than the original safety system. So maybe there won't be much of a need to make them less powerful, but who knows? Again, at Toy Fair, if they decide to showcase Beat 'em On stuff, if they really think that, you know, if they truly confirm that it's not a total disaster, then we should see those, and that'll be a really good sign, because it still shows that Hasbro is interested in releasing these products. Like I said before, even if they do cancel the line, I will still bring as much Beat 'em On content as I can. Try to make things interesting. Still keep the interest there for people who, well, are still interested in the line. But it's just a little unfortunate that this is happening a second time. It's kind of weird. Like, when they ended Crossfight in Japan, I don't actually think it was doing too bad. They just decided not to continue it. And again, there are rumors of maybe another series that is not related to Crossfight coming out in the next couple years. But only time will tell, really. I'd love them to make a new series in Japan. Usually it's they stop the line and then they release a new version in like 3 to 5 years, so maybe we'll have to wait 3 to 5 years for something new, but right now we have what we have, and that's all we're getting, so we'll see. I do kind of want to get the heavy metal cores, but my problem lies with that they're just really expensive for just a core. I mean, I know they have metal in them, but it's like, I could either get a full beat 'em on, or pay almost as much for a core. So to get all 5 heavy metal cores for the dragons, I'd have to, drop like $80 or something. Roughly each of them are like 15 to 17. I've found online, US. So, I don't know. That's not really something I want to pay for them. But, again, that's another thing you guys really wanted to see. So, I might, find a way to get them. If not, just buy them straight up for that price, even if I don't want to pay it. So yeah, next time I get paid, I'll look into doing that. I did order loading dials, by the way, since the last... I talked about it in the last Let's Build, and since then I did order him, and he is on the way. He should be here next week, so I'll have that Let's Build up as well. 3 Let's Builds in a row, man. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But I'll try to find something. Again, I have a little bit of time to talk about things, think about things to talk about before the next one after this. But right now, I'm just kind of building. I'm trying to say stuff to keep it a little less boring than silence, but I really don't have much to say at all. So, whoops. No, I didn't get this. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. And... fortunately, we don't have too much longer to go. This is actually a lot simpler of a build than Drift Jacker. So, there's that. Do. I mean, there is a lot I could say. Like, I could talk about things, but probably not things most of you are interested in. Like, other stuff I'm interested in, like, I don't know, Doctor Who and Sherlock and I don't know what else. I could just, ramble about Dan Balsenki. And I know there are some people who would want to see that, but the people watching this are probably the ones who really care about the beat 'em on stuff and not so much about the LBX stuff. But who knows? Again, doing LBX Let's Builds like this are very tricky. So I might not actually be doing those because they take too long. But yeah, there's things I could talk about. I could talk about like the Lego sets coming out, like Hero Factory stuff. I do collect Lego Hero Factory. Just looking up at my shelves. I could talk about Transformers. All those things. But I like to keep content on this channel, like, more sort of just what I do and not talk about everything else I'm into. I would do Transformer reviews. I mean, I have a lot of Transformers. That's something I do collect, but I don't review them. Because I feel like there's nothing I can add. There's a lot of Transformer reviewers out there. On the YouTubes and everywhere else. And I just feel like anything that I could say about the Transformers I get would either have been said before or come too late. So basically, I just don't feel it necessary. Like I don't get every single Transformer that comes out. You know, I just get selective ones, and I usually get them a long time after they've been released. So I don't feel like I have anything new to bring to the table. With beat 'em on stuff, not a lot of people do beat 'em on. So, you know, I feel like my opinion matters. Same thing with LBX stuff. Like, there's a lot of people who do LBX stuff online, just not a whole lot on YouTube. They are pretty popular kits, you know, like people who are into Gunpla and the Gundam kits. You know, they cover LBX stuff too on their blogs and forums and whatnot, but there's not a whole lot of it on YouTube. So I tried to, you know, bring supply to the demand, and again, there's not a whole lot of that on YouTube, so I feel like my opinion matters a bit more. But who knows, I could do something. I mean, I have a lot of Transformers, so we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I collect that I just don't make videos on. Stuff I'm into that I don't feel it necessary to make videos on. I do plan on reviewing any new figure arts I get, like SH figure arts, action figures. Kamen Rider, that's another thing I'm really into, and they do SH figure arts of those, and Kamen Rider Gaim, which is the newest series. The SH figure art for him looks so good. So I'm thinking of pre-ordering that, actually, and I'll probably have a review up of that, but it won't be a regular thing. Anyway, let's actually start putting this together, because, well, now we can. We're at that point. So we're almost done, thankfully, here, so let's see. That goes there. And the horns, I don't think it matters which way they go. Oh, maybe it does, actually. I take that back. Alright. There are the horns. This is actually a really cool head part, because you can put your fingers around that and grip onto the head, which is super cool. These can come off and plug to the arms as well, but again, we'll get more into that during the review. But he's got a really cool head part. I like that a lot. Okay, we got the arms, the legs. We don't need to do anything with those because they're just a single piece each. And his core, thankfully, this time around is super simple compared to the complexity of Drift Jacker. He also has no spring in his core. Again, I'll get more into that in the review, but it's kind of interesting. He's one of the only beat 'em on that doesn't have that. Like, the core itself here is only... Oh, pop that out. Okay. The core itself is only, like, 4 pieces. Super, super simple. Like, I like this guy because of how simple he is. I mean, obviously that makes him a little less unique, but oh well. Gets the job done. Again, he's supposed to be really powerful, and when I start messing with him, I will see if that's entirely true. But, yeah, so there is... Ooh, I don't like that. That's really tight. Everything just plugs together really, really tightly. I'm not too keen on that, because that means if I want to pull off the power block, it might break it. But, oh well. It's strange, even though this guy came out after, like, Drift Tracker, and even after, like, Force Draggerin, he still has the first type of power block that doesn't have a little latch on it. It's because he uses the same body as Spin Leoja, unfortunately. So, oh well, the older style of that. But hopefully it still holds up. I did actually manage to get the bolts on Driftjacker, so no problems there. But let's finally put this guy together. So let's start with the arms here. Yeah, for being a later release in the Crossfight line, he sure is definitely very simple and like a little bit boring because of it, but he still looks cool. So there's that. The bolts in this time are going in a lot better, thankfully. So one more here, and then we can plug on the head, plug on the trigger bit, and finish this off. Oop. There we go. Plug on the head. Slide on the trigger bit here. And there's Burst Bison. Pretty simple. So, yep, we'll have a review of this guy up sometime. And that is about it. Super simple. This went a lot more smoothly than the last one, fortunately, but I just didn't have a whole lot to say. Oh well, I hoped that this was still sort of entertaining for some of you, but that is about it. So, this is IXTroll@IX, signing off.